6-packs and a big bag of ice. 2 6-packs and a big bag of ice.
Hey guys, Bobby from New Jersey back for a quick video. In my last video I showed you guys I installed an RO or reverse osmosis water filter system because we're on well water here at the shop, and it's really horrible for brewing. It's so hard and alkaline that even with a dry Irish stout I was still having to cut it with reverse osmosis at least 50-50 and still acidify my mash. You know, it's probably going to be, in the future, I'm going to use 100% RO and build up my mineral content from scratch, or at least use like 60 to 75% RO. So I needed a bigger reservoir than the 3-gallon pressure tank that came with the system. So I was able to get this 30-gallon open-headed barrel. And the idea between these reservoirs is that you want to be able to just have them fill up on their own as the RO membrane can. My particular unit looks to be running about 60 gallons per 24-hour period. So this is a 30-gallon barrel. I know I can fill this in 12 hours or just overnight. I put the tank over in the corner here next to where the RO system is and propped it up here so we can gravity drain into a bucket. I also stuck with some really high flow components. This is all, you know, wide ID on the inside, so I can fill a 5-gallon bucket pretty quickly out of here. And with a piece of hose dropping down, you'll even get more velocity going. Just use a regular bulkhead with a little elbow inside to act as a dip tube so that I can mostly drain it all the way out. So now you can see how the adjustable height float valve actually operates. So the water line is coming down from the RO system into this stainless tube, and there's a compression fitting here, so if I loosen this I can lower or raise the float. So I'll show you the insides, how it's actually filling right now. Okay, so that's clipped on there, and so you can see that if you lift the float up, it stops the flow of water, as you'd expect. Now there's about 8 gallons of water in here now, and it's not leaking, so that's good. So just quickly in summary, the RO, the well water we have here is pre-filtered with sediment and 2 carbons, and then it goes through the RO membrane, which is the larger piece on the bottom, and then it goes through a final polishing filter. There's a T on the final output here that goes over to my pressure tank, my little 3-gallon pressure tank and drinking water faucet, and the other side of this T here goes up and over to the big tank that I just showed you. So I can isolate the tank so that it doesn't fill at all. Like if I want to work and clean that tank or just leave it empty, I can isolate this here and still have the system provide me drinking water to my pressure tank. Now while I'm filling the big reservoir with the float valve, I actually have this isolation valve on my pressure tank because since it's wide open to the other tank right now, if I open this, all of this 3 gallons will flow over to the other tank, and this will remain empty until that tank fills to the top and the float valve shuts. So I want to preserve my ability to grab some drinking water or make some coffee, so I keep that isolated while the other one is filling. If I want to use that water in that tank, I'll just shut this valve off, open this one up, and then I can go ahead and get my water there. Alright, so it takes a little bit of thought, but you know, once both tanks are full, it's a lot less figuring that's involved. Alright, so that's pretty much it. The project seems to be complete, and I'm totally thrilled to have a bunch of RO water ready to brew with.